Long live the spirit of Mpho Moerane, long live. Long live the spirit of Mpho Moerane, long live. Thank you very much, Program Director, members of the bereaved families of Moerane and Nkosi, Baruti Barona, President of the ANC and the Republic of South Africa, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, and the entire leadership of the ANC here present, ministers and deputy ministers, the Premier of Gauteng, who's also the chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng, Comrade David George Makura. That's his new name. I didn't know that name, Comrade George. And members of the Executive Council, members of Parliament, provincial legislatures, the Executive Mayor of the City of Joburg, Mphalatsi, the Speaker and all councillors of the city, leaders of our leagues, the Women's League, the Youth League, Veterans Leagues, leaders of the Alliance, SACP, COSATU and SANCO, our leaders of the region of Johannesburg, leaders of COSAS, SASCO and PYA, leaders of all political parties here present, the community of Alexander, comrades, friends, distinguished guests. Our brother Mpho is no more. I wish to take this opportunity once again on behalf of the National Executive Committee of the ANC to convey our sincere condolences to Mama Mashatile Moerane, the mother of Comrade Mpho, Ausfigile, the wife of Comrade Mpho, the children, Lerato, Tsepo, Kutlwano, and Neo, the Moerane and Nkosi families, your family, friends, relatives, and loved ones on the untimely passing of Comrade Mpho. We know that you have been there by our brother's hospital bedside as he fought to recover from that horrific accident. When I visited Comrade Mpho in hospital, I would always find Mama Mashatile, Ausfigile, his sister ladies, and many other family members. And for that, we thank you. We thank you for supporting Comrade Mpho up to his last breath on this earth. Today, we are here to say to all of you, Khumutsekhang, Agwehlanga, Lungehlanga. Comrades, it is often said that time heals. Sadly, however, this is yet to be the case with many of us who are still coming to terms with what has happened to our beloved son, husband, father, family member, fellow golfer, colleague, comrade and friend on that fateful day about 2 weeks ago. We all hope that Comrade Mpho will survive so that he can continue to serve his beloved movement, the people of Johannesburg and our country. Today, with lumps in our throats, and as we try to fight back tears, we still can't believe that we are speaking of him in the past tense. The pain is unbearable. The hurt is too deep. Comrade Mpho left us too soon. He left gaping wounds in our hearts. We are poorer without him. We are wounded. We are limping. Asiphelelanga uma Mpho angekho. It is difficult to imagine life without him, for he was full of life, he was full of love, and he gave generously of himself. He was a good man. As the Treasurer General of the ANC, Comrade Mpho was one of my special advisors. Now, when I invited Mpho to be my advisor, I gave him a title, and I said, Mpho, you are going to be my advisor for special projects. And many people used to ask us, what does an advisor for special projects do? And I said, he does everything that I want done. But Comrade Mpho never complained. He was a very unique person. Every time I would give him a task, his response will be, that's fine, Comrade TG. Or I'll see what I can do. But sometimes he would call, and I expect that he'll say something very serious, and he'll only say, TG. And then he would laugh. You know how Mpho laughs. So sometimes I'll also do the same and call him and say, my brother, you fine. So I wonder how many of you here do make calls and say, I'm sure we will do that going forward. In Comrade Mpho, we saw some of the finest qualities we have come to expect of an ANC cadre. On this day, as we bid our brother farewell, what moved through all of us is a deep silence, a quiet sadness, a longing for one more day, one more word, and one more gentle touch from him. Comrade Mpho, we may not understand why you left this earth so soon, or why you left before we were ready to say goodbye. But little by little, we begin to remember that not just that you died, but that you lived, and that your life gave us memories too beautiful to forget. It is these memories, too beautiful to forget, that will help us celebrate your life even as we are saddened by your death. Comrade Mpho, yours was a life so beautifully lived, in service of your community, your movement, the African National Congress, your city, the city of Joburg, your province of Gauteng, and your country, South Africa. Equally, for the compassion you always displayed to those in need, yours was a heart so deeply loved. And as a poem of old says, those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near. Still loved, still missed, and very dear. Some people come into our life, leave footprints in our hearts, and we are never the same. Such was the impact Comrade Mpho had on many of our lives. He was a good man. Ever the activist and hard worker, Comrade Mpho struggles to better the lives of the people were not only confined to boardrooms and offices. He would often be on the ground with communities, wearing overalls, boots, and undertake cleanup campaigns with them. I think many of you have seen him in Orange Farm, in Soweto with the Premier, in Diepsloot, and many other areas. He would also be in the forefront of pickets, raising issues affecting communities. Comrade Mpho was not a complex leader. He was approachable. He was always prepared to listen. He was practical, and he always focused on solutions. He did all he did with absolute dedication and humility. He never sought personal glory. He believed in the power of the collective. He had a way of making others feel important and their efforts acknowledged. He was a people's person. Hence, shortly after he was elected as the executive mayor of Joburg, he was referred to as the people's mayor. We will miss his generosity of heart, his warmth, his infectious smile, his giving hand, and his positive energy even in the face of adversity. In council, I'm told he was respected by both his comrades and members of all parties, for he had mastered the courage to persuade and be persuaded. Without compromising on his principles, he was never rigid, always prepared to engage with sound arguments from all quarters. Comrades, these are some of the memories, too beautiful to forget, that Comrade Mpho lives with us. It is these memories, too beautiful to forget, that must fortify us as we ponder a future without our beloved Comrade Mpho. Comrade Mpho leaves us at a time when our movement is grappling with the challenges of renewing itself and ensuring that there is unity within our ranks. He also leaves us at a time when our country and our city, the city of Johannesburg and many other cities, are grappling with major problems of growing unemployment, deepening poverty, and widening inequality. Our task, therefore, is to pick up Comrade Mpho's spear and work towards building a strong ANC that will intensify the fight for a better life for all. Let us work tirelessly towards the unity and renewal of the ANC, to defend and advance South Africa's democratic gains as expressed in our January 8 statement this year. In honor of Comrade Mpho, let us stop focusing on ourselves, but focus on serving the people of our country, especially the poor and the marginalized. Also, in honor of Comrade Mpho, let us forge ahead with the agenda of unity, and let all factions be buried and forgotten. We are one ANC. My brother Mphoza, as I always fondly called you, you fought the good fight and served your people selflessly. Like Apostle Paul, you finished the race and you kept the faith. Apostle Paul says in the book of Timothy, "Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day." My brother, like Apostle Paul, henceforth there will be laid upon you a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give to you on that day. The Moerane and Nkosi families, we say, Sidisegang, Modimo alibaballe, alitise, alifematle. Even though Comrade Mpho has departed, you will always enjoy the care and support of the ANC, which remains your home. Harimolokuleng atsamaye uphethile msebenzi wa hae. My brother Mphoza, as I bid you farewell, let me quote from a poem by Walt Whitman. "O Captain, my Captain, O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wreck. The prize we sought is almost won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people exulting. But oh heart, oh heart, oh heart. Oh, the bleeding drops of red where on the deck my captain lies, fallen, cold and dead. Rest well, my friend, captain, my captain. Thank you for the memories, too beautiful to forget. You were a good man. You shall be missed by your family, the golfers, business partners, the committee of Alex, comrades and friends, and all those who knew you. I too will always miss you, my dear brother. May your beautiful soul rest in eternal peace till we meet again. Captain, my captain. Long live the spirit of Comrade Mpho Moerane. Long live. Thank you very much.